You didn't need that.
All right. What's going on, y'all, guys, girls? You gotta be careful. That's such a habit to say, like, you guys.
You guys.
Like, what are you guys doing? Like, I'll say that to anybody.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's just like a habit thing.
Definitely habit to say which you guys.
Like, where did you guys
come from?
Because you never say, like, you girls. Like, it's like even you say you guys. Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Like, when you go into the girls' room, you're like, what are you guys doing in here?
Yeah, don't say, what are you girls doing?
It's kind of weird.
Sounds funny.
It's kind of weird, huh?
Maybe I should start. What are you girls doing?
What are you girls doing in here? I'm gonna do that to anybody. Go up to a group of guys. What are you girls doing in here? Or would it be gals?
What are you gals doing?
Yeah, because it would be boys or girls.
I don't know.
Becky, Miss Mississippi. Jessica, tuning in. Dudes, I was the first one here. What's up, Pete? We're just hanging out. Soccer tryouts. Soccer tryouts for club. Because club is pretty much done now. They go on a break.
In high school.
And high school kicks into full gear, like full speed right now. They had their first workout today for Maryville. We went and got physicals today, which was an absolute cluster.
I wasn't there.
Both of them went in at the same time. The poor doctor, like, I wish I should have filmed it, but I don't know. Like, it was just, the guy was laughing hysterically the whole time. It's like Dumb and Dumber, just one can touch their toes, the other can't. They're making
it probably was a
comments.
Bad situation to begin with, taking both in at the same time.
Yeah.
Because you know they both act goofy.
And like Mackenzie's just blowing through the questions. I'm like, you need to pay attention to the questions and make sure, because like you were just at the hospital, like you need to make sure any of those might apply to you. And she's just blowing through them all, and she's like waiting on Taylor, and Taylor's like, I'm actually reading them. And Taylor actually filled it out right. Like, have you broken a bone? She like checks that, and then he was laughing at that for her 3 broken collarbones. He's like, you have a problem. You have a problem with them breaking bones.
She takes after her dad.
That she does. Panama City. Oh, I wish we were back there.
Oh.
John on our way to Tennessee next week. Should be a good time. Weather looks good. DP Mark, Crossville's here. Jim, what's going on? Visiting Maryville in 2 weeks. That's cool. Pete just wrapped up work in Sacramento. 96 with 22% humidity is hot.
That is warm.
96 is hot. Ohio, we don't look as red, huh? We look a little bit better now. It's kind of settled in. Countdown begins. California for the mask mandate to disappear. 14 days and counting, but I'm not holding my breath. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Who knows? We shall see what happens. June 15th, COVID disappears in California. COVID's all but gone in Tennessee. They took down the vaccination tents today on the way to the doctor. Like, they were ripping everything down. We went into the doctor's office, no masks, no nothing.
Oh, that's a first.
Yeah, they don't even, like, I'm saying they don't even require them, which is weird.
That's good.
Like,
probably because they're over it too.
I don't even know where a mask is. Like, I wouldn't have a mask to put on, even if they required one somewhere.
I think I may have one in my purse. Let's see.
Kind of feel like good, like that's over. I hope.
I may have one in my purse because I don't.
Modesto, it's 100. Jeez,
I don't really carry my purse all the time. I got one. We could pretend.
Cookie therapy in Idaho. I make my ice cream with snow. Take that thing off.
Ice cream with snow.
Oh, blue healer. Oh, I gotta see what your blue healer looks like.
Ours is a fat sausage.
I agree with you about the paddleboard. Thank you. I was fired up on the paddleboard. Babs couldn't believe I went back when we went back to get the paddle that I went to the bike department and asked the guy.
I was like, really?
If the bike came with tires.
I seen him over at the tire department. I was like, I am not even going over
It's a valid question. Like, I asked him, I'm like, do these things come on here? Like, you never know. Like, paddleboards don't come with paddles. So I was just checking to see if tires come on here, or if this is like a customizing. And he's like, no, I think pretty much all bikes come with tires. I'm like, oh, it's cool. Like, I would think bicycle, two cycles, right? I would think a paddle board would come with a paddle.
Well, when we bought our paddle boards last year, we bought one from Sam's Club and it came with a paddle. We bought one from Walmart and it came with a paddle.
And I'm told because they're cheap. That's why they came with them. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not dropping
They were not that cheap.
$1,500 on a paddle board like our friends Daisy and them from Hawaii. Like they get, like in Hawaii, they had awesome paddle boards, right? They had $1,500 and it didn't come with a paddle. She's like, yeah, they don't come with paddles. You gotta buy one.
I
crazy.
barely can even use the plastic paddle board we have.
It's crazy. It doesn't come with a paddle.
Let alone do I need something that expensive.
I don't know. I saw, what did we see? Murfreesboro. We spent a lot of time out there, Sarah. Kind of glad we don't have to drive out there anymore because soccer's done, because I need a break. Those drives back and forth are just killing me. New Zealand, free of masks 1 month ago. They no longer allow foreigners to buy land. Wow, really? Interesting. Can anybody come into New Zealand, though? Or is... Because Australia is, like, fully locked down, right? Like, you can't go in if you're a foreigner.
Well,
I think
so
you can go out.
Canada, so, I mean, why wouldn't they?
That's crazy. Like, you can't
Well,
go. I wonder how...
England, where was it?
Well, there's parts of Canada that you can go to. Like
Scotland,
it's-
but you have to quarantine for so many days.
Well, that was Europe. That's UK. It's a little different. But Canada, there are different areas that you can go where you can actually go in, and they don't have masks. They don't have like the same stuff. But
Oh, and you won't get taken to jail.
No idea. You guys need anything from Rancho Cucamonga? Wife wants a donut from Richie's. Rancho. What's in Rancho that we like? I mean, other than... Oh, Johnny Rockets, Victoria Gardens. Johnny Rockets is something that we don't have out here, right?
I don't
Johnny Rockets has
know
great
if
chili
we do.
fries. Chili cheese fries. It's kind of a random thing, but Johnny Rockets really good. What else in Rancho Cucamonga that we would go to?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. What's in Rancho?
Our buddy owned a restaurant there, Slater's 50/50. Could do a Slater burger. Haven't had one of his burgers in a long time. I think he still does. I think he still has one up at
Yeah, it's
Rancho.
right there.
My sister lives in Australia and we can't go visit her. That's so crazy.
I work at the hospital.
Like you can't.
in Cali.
Jessica says work at a hospital in Cali. We will be wearing masks forever. Ugh. Especially not vaccinated. If you don't get the shot, they mandate masks from November 1st to April 30th. Oof. My goodness. I love the turkey call video. Now I showed James how to do the little turkey call thing.
Now Bo is going to be doing it.
Now he's going to be doing it. Our cousin actually shot one that was on the property a while back, a while ago. Aunt said it was like the best turkey she's ever had, which is expected. I mean, they eat nothing but good stuff out here, and so I'm looking forward to this Thanksgiving. We're gonna do a turkey.
Well, you better find a turkey. You and James can go turkey calling together.
Yeah, I'll just have him just sit there with a little box. You can call and shoot him and grab him. And
Send James after him.
is Rancho Cucamonga Quakes Class A Dodger? Quakes?
Yes.
Is Quakes? Yeah, Quakes is, right?
I think so.
Because what else is there? 66ers, right? But it's not... Yeah, it's Quakes. Because that's where Kershaw did rehab, I think, right?
Yeah.
Didn't we go? I think so. We always went to Storm, which is
Storms.
Padres, but that was still fun. Like, still fun going AAA.
Well, that's because it was like 5 minutes from the house.
I know. The Smokies baseball team is the Cubs.
And it's very
And
far.
it's like an hour away. It's over in Kodak by Bass Pro Shop, like on your way to, if you go up the 40 down to Sevierville way.
Well, they are
it'd be fun to go, but they're trying to move it.
I'm talking about it.
It'd be cool.
We'll see.
Like they've got a big process in place. They're trying to get approved. They're going to put a downtown stadium in Knoxville, kind of at the end in the old rail yards with all the old like factory buildings and stuff. They're going to revamp them. Think like Petco Park, how Petco's in Gaslamp and like it's big industrial and the old like whatever it is in left field. The old what's that old business that's in the left field of Petco? That's not like a fabrics place or something, but that's kind of what they're trying to do. So it'll be fun because if you go up to Gay Street, you have
I don't know.
you have Knoxville, like the downtown area with Gay Street, and you have Tennessee Theater and the Civic Arena, but you have UT right there, so you have Vol Stadium, you have Market Square, and all of this is going to connect now down even further down towards Jackson Terminal, and then you're going to have the baseball stadium.
Well, they need to do something down there.
It's going to be a fun area to just go hang out in. A baseball stadium would be great. Beach Mama, happy Tuesday. T-minus 5 days until we're visiting Maryville and the Smokies. We're all excited. That'll be awesome. You guys are going to have good weather. You're going to enjoy it. Australia's having a rodent frenzy. Every 7 years. Hi. Every 7 years, a seeded tree pops. They are overwhelmed, eating human toes? What?
That sounds terrible.
All right. We don't need to go to Australia anyway.
I don't need my toes.
Australia's got some crazy animals as it is, but I don't know.
I do want my toes.
What was I gonna say with shoot, somebody's comment. I was gonna say something, but I forgot now. Wild turkey is good, but not a lot of meat. They only weigh about 20 pounds, not like 40-pound raised ones. Yeah, but I feel like the 40-pound raised ones are getting stuff in them, and that's why they're 40 pounds.
It's all pumped.
But I don't know. Wild turkeys they're plentiful out here. I mean, when we walked up Misty Valley, what were there? Probably like 30 in that field.
Yeah, on a good day, there was about 30.
30 good-sized birds. Have you had luck with fruit, citrus trees since the move? No, I've not.
We have citrus
planted
trees.
3 peach, 1 plum, 2 apple, a pawpaw. So far, all the peach trees have actually grown fruit, but before I can get to it, the birds get to it. So I haven't had peaches on my own trees yet, and it's been 2 years now.
We do have lemon and a lime tree.
2 lemons and a lime.
But your dog seems to eat those off of there, so we
the
haven't
minute
got
the lemon's ready, Macy picks it off and goes with it. So
I think she thinks it's like a tennis ball.
Probably. I mean, I could see why. Yeah.
I don't know. Or she's
so we've got those, and I mean they're growing decent. Ants are big. They're the same thing. She has them in pots, and we just wheel them out of. We put them in the garage during wintertime and kind of cover them with a blanket, like a frost blanket, just when it gets really cold. Bring them out on the warmer days to get sun, and then now for summertime they're out full time. But I mean, they're doing okay. I wish we could do more.
You were talking about Knoxville, the guy said.
You're talking about spots in Knoxville.
Yes,
Jim.
I do remember meeting Jim and Cindy at the donut shop.
Oh yeah, from Phoenix. We also met up with Mandy and her planning. Nice. Mandy's helping a lot of people. I'm excited. She said nothing but compliments about everybody. So, I'd never camp in Australia. I lived there for 3 years. Lots of history. That's what I'm talking about. That's what it was. Mackenzie had a school trip.
Oh yeah.
Was it to Australia for like 14 days or something?
Yeah. And she was like, no, thank you.
And like, there were a lot of parents that were hyped on it. And I was like, I don't know, like, if I want my kid going by without me, because I've heard some crazy stories about, like, I mean, just if you follow Adam Greentree and Kimmy Greentree, like, just to see, like, their, oh my gosh, this little dog. I wish I could show this little dog. Can I? This little dog with this lady. Its poor little legs are so tiny. It does everything to catch up to mom. And it'll just do laps. The little dog just puts in 100%, 110% effort. And mom just walks up the hill. Poor little thing, look at him. He slowed down.
Tinkerbell would have sat down and just started crying.
Tiniest little legs. Every time she's walking with that dog. Lancaster Jethawks are no longer around. Lancaster lost their Class A team. I didn't even know Lancaster had a team. Jethawks?
No.
Who was their A team? Who were they a team for? How's the garden doing? Garden's doing okay. We had 16 broccoli plants that were ready to go. Groundhog got them.
We came home from vacation and they were all gone.
All gone. Pepper plants are still good. Tomato plants are still good. The groundhog and his home are since gone. Well, I don't know if the groundhog is gone, but his home is gone. I destroyed the area with a tractor. That's coming up in a vlog that you'll see this week. That was really frustrating. And then like right after like he did that, it did that. Sorry, could be a girl groundhog. I saw like some meme where it's somebody poking fun at like, look at this one jalapeno that cost me $25 and 3 months to grow in my garden. I could have gone to the store and bought one for $0.25. And
Exactly. That's where you're at with broccoli.
I was really mad because like I like having the garden. Like I think it's cool when you grow your own stuff and you could just go out there. Like today, like I've got a second little garden by the house that grows pretty good and I have fenced in. I watch it. I think that's the problem, is the garden's over in the other property and I can't see it and monitor it all the time. But we got jalapenos today for like guacamole. And I was like, cool, like we have them. Like I don't need to buy them at the store. I don't need to run to the store. It's cool to grow your own fruit, but that like...
It's a lot of work.
It is so much work.
And it never seems to pan out. And
it
I
costs
feel like you don't get a lot of veggies. Like our pepper plants always do really good. Like peppers, bell peppers, you know, anything on the pepper line does good, but like anything else,
but I'll tell you, it
never does well.
I've grown like the greatest, not that I didn't before, but I have the greatest respect for farmers and stuff and what they do, and just being out in Tennessee and watching the process, like watching fields switch from hay to corn or beans or this or that, and like watching how much work and effort it is and what it takes to get the corn growing and keep the corn growing, like when you have frost come or you're not getting rain, and like the amount of tractors that they have, and like, and I'm just like small scale little, like, you know, Joe Schmo wannabe, like trying to grow a few plants, and we can't even get we can't even get 16 broccoli plants to grow and one groundhog. Think of like a farm field, like groundhogs galore probably. But maybe that's why they spray it with a bunch of junk and all that. I don't know.
Someone just said something about a fish.
It definitely is not, like, gardening is just frustrating. Let's see. Then we gotta go back to these ones. Where are we at? Okay, going to storm tonight across Kentucky and Tennessee. Yeah, it looks like we're getting a little rain tomorrow out here. We're not getting any spice until Thursday, I think, and it doesn't look like much. Visualizing the garden. I want a donut now. Do you go to the farmer's market on Broadway in Maryville on Saturday? Try Blackberry Farms bread. Oh, we haven't had their bread. That sounds good.
I'm always at work.
Can we go this Saturday? I can go this Saturday morning. We have a wedding.
You can go. I can't.
I gotta leave by like 10, but I could probably get by today, this weekend. I want to go. Vols game this year, hopefully. Yeah, I want to go because last year kind of sucked. And
well, and we can go with Mackenzie and Baylor.
Yeah, like it'll be fun. Like, I want to go. Like, I love college football's our thing. Like, we love college football, compared to like NFL and stuff. But I grew up a USC fan because my mom went there, graduated there. So just naturally in Southern California, it feels like everybody's a USC fan or a UCLA fan just because it's the thing. So, I mean, we kind of had a tie there, but still, I don't have a personal tie to there. But now, like, being out here and you see a different fan and a different dedication and, like,
oh yeah,
love for a team, like, it's cool to be part of, like, Tennessee Vols. Like,
they
suck. Like, they suck and it's painful and it hurts, but, like, new coach this year, like, it's gonna be good. Like, I'm excited. Like, it's fun being an underdog, though, too, because then, like,
it's also, like, the high school teams out here. Like, high school is so big for football out here.
Definitely. So, yeah, hopefully we'll get to some Vols games. Loved going to Australia, but yes, lots of different creatures. Yeah, Australia would be beautiful. Like, I mean, when you see, like, we watch Jack and Alana on YouTube, surfers. It's gorgeous when they go over to the Gold Coast. Like, just beautiful area. Raised beds next planting season. That's what Aunt did. She had raised beds and it worked good, but she had them in the greenhouse.
And then our chickens
got to them all and destroyed them all. So that's another thing you battle with is the chickens. But works well when you put the construction silt fence up, the black fence. I put it around the garden. Chickens can't see in, so they don't bother with it. They just see the black and they move on. They don't hop over it. They don't go in. And that was my biggest worry was chickens or bunnies, and we didn't have any problems. But now the groundhog, of course, right under and pops up.
But it's funny we didn't have a problem with the groundhog last year, but this year we did.
Yep. Trying to move to Tennessee. Love your videos, guys. Work for Menards Home Improvement Store based out of Wisconsin. I wanted to go into Menards so bad. When I was up in Wisconsin, when I was traveling with Josh and them, like there's a Menards. It's kind of like Rural King looking.
Oh.
It'd be cool to go to. Mixture of fish oil and something you could do to dump in the gopher holes that makes them move and predators smell them easier. Chomp. Good to know. We have fish oil, so maybe we could try that when we see them. What days are Richie Cream open? Driving from La Crescenta to Knoxville. Oh wow, coming from CV, coming all the way out here.
We're open every day except for Monday.
Every day except for Monday.
And we open at 6 o'clock.
There you go. Babs will give you a donut. Because you're driving all the way from La Crescenta. You be sure to tell her you come from La Crescenta and she's going to give you a donut on me. Because that's a long drive. Coming from Crescenta Valley. Could be your soil and certain things grow better than others. Yeah. The gardens have done great. Like the broccoli took off. Like it was like 3 weeks and we already had like broccoli crown. It was taking off, like just doing so good. And that clay is just really good. Like, and that's almost what everybody does. Like nobody treats it. You just get your tiller out, you till the clay, put stuff in, and it just grows really good. But it's more or less the predator thing. I mean, if you want to call a groundhog predator to veggies, I guess. Again, it's just like the chickens. You know, you deal with the hawks and the coyotes and all this stuff, and you just got to figure it out. Like it's a learning curve.
And it's also the first you're doing in that big open field.
Jethawks were Class A for Colorado Rockies. Really? I didn't know. Way down in Lancaster, too. Cream City Ice Cream in Cookeville is pretty good. Right around the corner is 37 Cedars. Really good. Black and tuna. Cream City. Why does that sound so familiar? That sounds really familiar. I know Grandpap was looking for some apple fritter out in Cookeville, right?
Yeah, he wanted to go to a donut shop out there.
Yeah, I don't know if he tried to, but he never made it, right?
No, he never made it. And then he said he can't eat them anyways.
Did y'all get any cicadas yet? Nope. No cicadas, Heather. You can hear it right now. I got the windows down. We're in Farragut. Not a single cicada. I keep hearing from everyone, oh, there's tons. Freaking people lying. I'm just kidding. They're not lying. They're probably all over the place. They're just not here or anywhere near us. I think they're more by water.
Maybe they're staying away from you. They're like, oh, that guy wants to put us on YouTube? No thanks.
Probably, because I had a whole thing planned. I had a video. I did like some good research to share with everybody, and of course, nothing. So,
now you don't have no video to share with anyone.
Nope. We just don't have them in Murfreesboro. We've been out there the past 3 weekends. I didn't hear any out there. But you're starting to get fireflies now. That's cool, because that's another one we have not had is fireflies. 0 fireflies.
I haven't seen any. But then again, I go to bed when it's still light outside.
But still, you start to see them now.
So I don't know.
Like, what is it? It's 8.
Yeah, you should start.
Like you start to see little flickers here and there. You see it around the trees and in the shadows, like under the trees. But I haven't seen anything. Nothing at all. Looking up the gopher recipe online. Red gophers with fish oil recipe. I'll look that up. Sounds good. What's up, Todd? Santa Ana. How's Santa Ana? Orange County looks like they've been doing fine as far as all the fiasco going. Cicadas thick up in Greenville. We have a wedding in Greenville. No, that's next year. They booked out. That's right. That was a booked out one. Jeff, are the weddings in the next couple of weekends work or just fun? They're all work. They're all work. Which is a blessing. Like, I love it. Like, I love being busy and being booked up and stuff, but it just hurts when it's a weekend too during the summer. And the kids are on break and they don't have soccer finally, and you know, like, I don't know. It's a love-hate relationship. But weddings are great because it's work and keeps us busy and they're fun. So they're here in Chuckey, Tennessee. See, everybody else has them. Lenore City. I haven't heard a single one in Lenore City. And we're in Lenore City a lot. Are they by the water, Keith? Are you by the water by chance? Because I think that's what I'm like kind of correlating with all this, is everyone seems to be closer to water, meaning like river or the lake.
We're not too close to it.
Brett, I don't want to offend people on your channel. Don't worry about that, man. I offend people, I'm sure, all the time, and I don't care.
Or I
know
do.
You have guns, and lead poisoning always works on predators and varmints. It was funny, like, because I had Babs laughs. We had like I'm not even gonna get into it, but one of the neighbors' like kitchens caught on fire. They're not the cleanliest people.
And they have some.
I'm not even gonna go there with that. But anyways, they had a rooster that got out, and the rooster, they clipped the wings and the tail, so it can't fly at all. Somehow it got up in our yard, was like chasing our girls around. So I started firing the pellet gun at it to try to scare it and get it back. Well, that didn't work. Finally, it figured its way into Charles's goat thing. So it stuck in Charles's goat thing for 3 days.
I tried shooting it because it was driving me nuts.
And then our girls kind of figured it out, so they started hopping the fence and going over there, and I'm like, oh heck no, like this ain't gonna happen. So finally he came up and got it, but I had the shotgun out and ready because I was gonna have Taylor go out there and just, I told Taylor, especially with the groundhog too, because I was out of town, said you go over there, like Charles said, the groundhog is out. If you see it, take Morgan with you, have her chase it out, you know, and you can get a shot off, like. And I was even looking at groundhog like recipes, like if you can cook the meat, and groundhog meat is actually very good, but it's quite the process to get it out. And you're not going to get much from it. It's a little bit more than a rabbit or a squirrel, which it's a long process. Which, if I'm going to kill an animal, I want to at least, you know, try to use it. And I'm down to try it. Like, I mean, our cousins, they have a beaver at the pond. Beavers have wreaked havoc around the trees in the pond and destroying stuff. Beavers. And they caught 2 of them and have had beaver. They cook it, and they said it's some of the best tasting meat they've ever had. You know, but yeah, I'm definitely not afraid to.
So if I kill the rooster, you're gonna eat it then?
The rooster, no. Heck no. I don't want any of that thing. I hate roosters. Yeah, whenever it comes to like our animals or livestock, I have no problem shooting them. Or I guess my vegetables if it's a vegan.
Well, you did.
No, I'm not going to shoot a vegan. Like, no, animal. I'm talking about.
You did shoot 2 raccoons that were trying to attack Morgan.
Those are different. Yeah, well, raccoons are attacking chicken. Like, what am I going to do? Like, have you been down to Athens to the Mayfield's Dairy? No, we haven't.
I want to.
She's been wanting to go on that tour forever, and then our lovely little friend came along last March and kind of dampened everything. So hopefully we can get down there.
We do get Mayfield's soft serve ice cream at the gas station off 321. Only gas station that carries it.
It's a secret.
I'm not telling you which gas station.
We'll do a video on it. I'll share it because it's one of the best things. If you're driving through town, you stop there. I want to do that and Brewster's because Brewster's is a fantastic
People
ice cream
do
place.
drive from very far to get that ice cream.
Forested areas not near water for the cicadas. That's weird because like Uncle's property is trees galore. Yeah. Like it's heavy trees.
We have a lot of trees by us in our.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it just needs to be more dense. Like who knows? Hello from Dayton. What's going on? Literally live on the Stones River in Murfreesboro and no cicadas. Okay, so there goes my water theory. I'm going to throw that one out. We were in Melton Hill Dam and heard them yesterday. Okay. Is it a drier year for your brooks and streams? Their water's lower than... Yes, they are. At least our little local creeks are.
Yeah, definitely.
They haven't let water out of the dam at all at Fort Loudon. And usually they close it off, let it build up, because you're starting to get a lot of rain and water, but we have not had that much rain at all. We had like an inch the other day, and that was it for the past few weeks as far as our location in East Tennessee.
Last month, I think we had an inch of rain in May.
Daytona Beach, that's another beach that would be fabulous to go to. In Escrow and Lenore City, reviewed a disclosure about the presence of radon in Loudoun County. So that's the second time someone's brought up radon.
I don't know what it is.
And I asked Mandy about it, and she had no idea. Now she's over here. I don't know if she mainly works Blount County and doesn't go Loudoun way. But that's the second comment on radon. I'm not sure about that. That's a good one to save.
I know my mom had a radon test when they bought their property.
You had to get the test, right? But
yeah,
there hasn't been anything.
But it came back negative.
Hearing tons of cicadas near Greenville. So it's just hit or miss. It's so weird. It's the weirdest thing. Like, I mean, I was just pumped on the cicada thing. Because I wanted to hear it, like, overwhelming, this crazy brood that was coming, shooting in my grocery store parking lot. Dear Lord, hope everything's cool. First time, hopefully last. Tennessee, here we come. You need to go to Lynchburg, take the Jack Daniel tour. So, funny story, like, I didn't know, like, I knew Jack Daniels was down that way, but I didn't know exactly where, and we passed it on the way to Florida after we left
Oh, yeah.
Murfreesboro and cut down through Alabama.
If we
I was
weren't
so
gonna
excited,
be-
like, yeah, well, and it was a Sunday,
And
so
it
I
was
doubt they would have been
late.
open. So that was a fun place to stop. I actually got this. Does anybody use Newsbreak? The Newsbreak app. Let me know if you use Newsbreak, and then we'll go from there. But that would be fun to go Jack Daniel too. That would be fun if the Halcoms come out.
Yeah, if our friends come back out, we'll do that.
We either do Jack Daniel or we'll just go up to Kentucky and hit more of those ones. Now that they're kind of opening up, it's open on Sundays. So it was a little late though. It was like 5.
Could you imagine getting the kids to
They would have been so
stop?
cranky and
And then we got.
I tried to go to the aquarium on the way home because we came back up at
through
Alabama, Atlanta way, and I've been wanting to go to the Atlanta Aquarium since we came out here
went there the first time.
because
we
we're that
came.
close. Because they have whale sharks. They have whale sharks there that I don't think you can swim with them, but they have so many interactive things with dolphins and all kinds of. It's the coolest aquarium. And I've been wanting to go, and the 2-3 times that we drove past it, I have lost
But
the
then
fight.
you also had to wear a mask the whole time.
Yeah, it was kind of a downer. It was Bab's birthday, so I was like, whatever you want to do. If you want to go, she's like, yeah, let's go for a couple hours. But then we started reading the list of stuff to do. I'm like, this could take way more than a couple
And the
hours.
price to just go for like 2 hours,
Didn't make
it
sense.
doesn't make sense. It's
But-
pricey.
They have whale sharks. They have a tank big enough for whale sharks to swim freely. And this isn't like Shamu, like in a little thing. Like, this is a big aquarium. It'd be so fun to go to. That and Knoxville Zoo, we have on the list.
That we're gonna take Bo.
That'll be fun to do.
Maybe Monday.
Nobody DC Drano was promoting it today on IG. He was promoting Newsbreak, Heather. I didn't see anything on Instagram, but I haven't been on Instagram today. Cause I've got a thing going with Newsbreak. I was approached, just with. Aren't whale sharks the biggest? Yeah, they're huge. They're so incredible. There's somebody that follows us that I've been talking to. Forget his name. He was in Mexico and he was supposed to go swimming with whale sharks. And they had something go on with a boat in the ocean and stuff, and they couldn't go. And I was so jealous. That's what kind of like when we were driving, I was like, oh, the whale sharks. Like, we should go. We're driving past it again. But we didn't get to go. Yes, I have it here. Yeah, I think that's what he was promoting. Okay, so Newsbreak is like, it's a pretty big app. It's a bunch of guys in Silicon Valley started it, but it's not one side or the other. It's not CNN, it's not Fox. It's really just local stuff. They're trying to get more promotion of local events. Really, they started with their content creators were like bloggers, like writing articles and all that stuff. So if you go on to Newsbreak and you type in your area, it'll pop up like local stuff and you can read articles, and it's like from a personal perspective from, just a content creator. Well, they're trying to video, right? So they approached me for local video for Tennessee. They're like, we like your YouTube stuff. And I was super cautious of it at first. Like, I just ignored it, threw it in an email box in the folder. They came back a couple months later, kept going at me at Instagram and stuff. I started like looking in, just playing around with it, looking at it a little bit more, asking other creators that I am familiar with that use it. And it looks like a solid thing. So they approached and they were like, hey, like, we want just the local aspect because you highlight a lot of local stuff. So we think it would be a good promotion tool, not only for yourself, but also just for local businesses. And like I told him, like, I care less about promotion for myself. I just want to make sure like I still own the stuff. Like, I don't want it to become their stuff, then they start twisting it or doing stuff. Like, as long as my stuff stays authentic to me, like, then I'm fine with it. So I jumped on board with them. I'm still trying to figure out like what all it is, but I'm gonna try to do some more localized stuff. Not so vloggy, but like take Babs along and we're gonna go explore like a new waterfall or go explore a new town or something. Like, it'll be fun because it is unbiased. It's not biased at all. Like, I was reading through it and it's just local articles. Like, I didn't even know there's some crazy lady that drove through the vaccine tent at Foothills Mall in Maryville. Like, I had no idea, but I got it from
Or
the
we
news
could
right
check
there.
out new restaurants.
Yeah, or if people are like, hey, like, I want to know about such and such, then we can go do a video specifically on it. So, it'd be kind of cool. Like, I don't know. I'm going to play around with it. We'll see where it goes. I just like that I still, like, own it. Like, it's still exclusive to me. I'm not signing anything away to them. So, PJ, I like Lenore City. I like Loudon. Great areas. Tennessee is 225 years old today, I think. I think I saw that. It was a big celebration they were having. If you're coming to Tennessee, like Maryville area, end of June, well, they should do it end of June, end of July, end of August. The last Friday, they do like a Friday night lights type thing. It's the end of summer celebration, and it's in downtown Maryville on Broadway. So it's fun. There's food trucks and big like dog pool jumping thing, like where dogs jump.
Alcohol's cheap.
Alcohol's super cheap. You can drink it and walk the street.
Remember when we went the first time and you're like, how many beers can we buy? And the guy's like, as many as you can put in your hand.
No, I asked him, I'm like, is it 2 per adult? And he like laughed at me, and I'm like, why is that funny? Like, can I buy more than 2? And he's like, you can buy as many as you can carry in your hand. I was like, good to know. Like, if you've ever been to a baseball game or something, it's 2 per ID. So I was just asking. I don't know any different.
We did buy way more than 2.
As long as you have creative control over your content, no reason not to give it a shot. That's what I'm thinking, right? Like, as long as I have control of it, and they're just strictly a platform for promotion, why not? Like, it'll be fun. Like, I think it'll be good because it'll push me a little bit harder to get some more like local content and get a little bit more creative and get away from like the vlogginess, which I like doing the vlogginess because I like bringing y'all along with everything. And I really respect Roman Atwood. He's a YouTuber on here. He's big. He's one of the first guys like I followed and kind of was influenced by to start the dad journey and vlog and all that. And he got away from it. He had a lot of personal stuff go on, but thankfully they're back. They're an amazing family. And he's kind of like, you know, taking this path of, I just want to be like an everyday guy, pick up the camera and just hit record. Like, I don't want to script stuff. I don't want to be acting out. I don't want to try to entertain. Like, I just want to show you life, right? And I think that's what a lot more people like. So that's where I've kind of been trying to go, is just pick up the camera and start recording more day-to-day stuff, interacting, rather than trying to plan out something like, what can I show them today? Or, you know, so I don't know. You may see a little bit of a change in that, just trying to do it. So
Hope Taylor got my message. It looks like tryouts are over.
Tracy, you do promote Tennessee very well. I appreciate that. Thank you. DC Trainer was promoting news leaks, not news break. Okay. Well, yeah. I figure I'll give it a try. Why not? We'll give it a shot. See what happens. These girls look tired.
Taylor's probably going to be tired. Two practices.
They ran. I wonder how far they ran.
I don't know. She took it easy with her sister today.
Anybody else run? Anybody else runners? Because I got this. So you know what that logo is? St. Jude. We got something coming up. So I'm excited. If you're a runner, you want to run with us, it'd be fun. We got something coming up. I'd be honored if anybody wants to join a team and run. It'd be fun.
I'm a runner,
Let me
but
know.
I'm only running a 5K.
Shoot me a message. Run to the fridge when thirsty.
Exactly.
There you go, Pete.
My
I don't
thoughts.
blame you. It's all right. But this is a good cause. This is St. Jude. I promised myself I would never run a race again, but
He lies. Trust me. To me, himself.
that's it. Yeah. All right. Let me know if you run. You want to join it. Pay attention to Instagram if you do. If you see me running, stop and pick me up. Someone is chasing me. Y'all are too much. All right. That's it for me, Tennessee, y'all.